Pig ignorant. Dumb as an ox. Silly cow. Bird brain. But as you will see, these labels no longer fit what we now know about animals.
That's okay, you're doing good.
Pigs can use computer joysticks.
Oh, good boy, that was good.
Hens can learn from watching TV. But we allow these animals to be treated in ways that we wouldn't dream of treating our pets. The nearest most of us come to farm animals is in the supermarket, where we buy their meat, milk and eggs. But do we know how intelligent and sensitive they are, the conditions they're reared in, and how the decisions we make every day directly affect their lives? Recent scientific research has discovered that farm animals are far from stupid. This hen has spent her whole life living in a small cage. Despite a life in a cage, this hen has learned how to navigate this obstacle course to get to a nest box. Driven by her instincts, she has to use her intelligence. The computer won't open the door until she pecks 3 times. Her instincts tell her she's about to start a family, and she should find a suitable place to build a nest. In this feeding experiment, the hen has learnt from watching television in which bowl to find food. Even when offered a yellow bowl, she goes for the red one, as seen on TV.
Omelette, get to work. Omelette.
It's not only birds. This is Hamlet. He's amazed animal psychologists by learning a computer game designed for chimpanzees. Hamlet has to move the cursor into the blue area around the screen. When he does, he gets a sweet. The scientists make it progressively harder for Hamlet, yet he succeeds every time. Can other animals do this? Here's Lex, a Jack Russell dog. Lex is willing, but even after a year, he hasn't quite got it and needs help. Hamlet can do it without help, and can learn to distinguish between different shapes. This and other experiments have shown that pigs are at least as, if not more, intelligent than dogs.
Almost there.
But how does Hamlet compare to chimpanzees?
These pigs have made the connection between joystick operation and these simple side tasks even faster than most chimpanzees, and much faster than some chimpanzees.
In the outside world, occasionally pigs get the chance to display their intelligence. This notorious twosome escaped from a slaughterhouse pen. They knew something was up, and they were off. Nothing stood in their way.
They kept going. I think they thought about it for about half a second and thought that was better than where they were going originally. And so they jumped into the river and that was it. They were swimming. I've never seen anything like it, really. Swimming pigs.
The daring pigs touched the nation's heart so much that they were saved from slaughter and now live in a sanctuary. But pigs can not only save themselves, they can also save us.
Hey, be careful now.
This reconstruction retells a remarkable rescue story, 999 style.
Somebody help him!
When she heard the scream of the boy, she quite naturally swam directly to him.
Grab it!
boy grabbed her harness, and they both went under twice before she got her swimming stroke. But she knew that it was either do or die. If she didn't get that swimming stroke, that she too would drown.
It seems that pigs are far from ignorant. The animals we care for at home, like dogs, get special treatment. We become very fond of them. Most people don't think of pigs in the same way. Why not? Are they just pieces of meat, or living, breathing, thinking and feeling creatures? So how have we come to treat farm animals so differently from the way we treat pets? In medieval times, nearly everybody worked on the land, and the cowherds and shepherds stayed with animals at all times. This was animal husbandry. In more recent centuries, farming has become more of a business, but even in the 1930s, most farms were run by families who really knew each animal. Then, after the Second World War, the government wanted Britain to produce all the food it needed itself. To increase production, farming was transformed almost overnight from a business to an industry. It's called intensive farming, and one of its main characteristics is the factory farm. Inside is a warehouse of mass production, where thousands of broiler or meat chickens live cramped together with no space to spread their wings and no daylight. This factory system is designed to make them grow as quickly as possible. This makes meat plentiful and cheaper, but is it fair on the chicken? Imagine if we decided to do the same with your school. What sort of economies could we make that would save money and make it more efficient? Take this classroom. The size is carefully worked out for your health and comfort. But surely we could fit more people in. That looks a bit better. We've doubled the number of pupils. But do we really need the desks? That's more efficient. It would make education cheaper, and we could call it intensive schooling. Are there other savings we can make, like they do with mass-produced chickens? Are they allowed to roam freely outdoors? No. So you won't be needing your playground. Have your breaks in here. And we don't need the canteen. Just look at all that wasted space. We'll bring the food to the room. Do we really need loos? This would save the taxpayer an awful lot of money. Lights out. Of course, living this intensively with so many other pupils, we would expect tempers to get frayed, so the dark will keep you calm. There's still a problem. Crowded conditions encourage disease. To solve that, you could send round soft drinks packed with penicillin. This would be efficient. But would you like it? In addition to the crowding, meat or broiler chickens have been selectively bred to put on weight very quickly. The chicken on the left is a normal-sized egg layer. The chicken on the right is a broiler selectively bred for meat. He grows so much faster, putting on weight at an extraordinary rate. So you don't have to look after him for very long before you can sell him for slaughter. More money for lower costs. But putting on weight this fast has its consequences. The body gets too big for the legs. The legs can then collapse under the strain. Thousands of chickens are painfully crippled by the time they reach their slaughter weight. For some, it's difficult to eat or drink. This bird is very thirsty, but can't stay upright long enough to drink what he needs. If the crippling gets worse, he'll die.